Let's talk about music.
No. What music are you into? I like this. It's very grown up.
Flat people, flat people, flat people, flat people, flat people, it'd be flat. Flat people, flat. Have some flat Earth viewers?
Yes,
Yeah,
we should. Yeah.
so many.
Flat people, flat people, flat people, and hey, shut up. Sit down. You stop Earth viewers.
Yes,
Everything
we
Yeah,
should.
so
Yeah.
many.
using the stars with full knowledge that the Earth was a ball 7 or 8 centuries ago. Like. Black people, black people, black people, black people, black people, black people. Black people, 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 black people. Black people, 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 black people.
Earth is flat, flat, flat.
Have some flat Earth viewers?
Yes,
Yeah,
we should. Yeah.
so many.
People and just hey, shut up, sit down. You stop it, and then everything would be fine.
Yeah.
Using the stars with full knowledge that the Earth was a ball 7 or 8 centuries ago. Like flat people, it'd be flat. Flat people, flat people, it'd be flat. Flat people.
Let's talk about music. I dig blues music.
I like this. It's very grown up.
It's arising from this pandemic, but it's straight from the Washington Post. Airlines have been sued over grounded flights, ticket brokers have been sued over canceled events, insurers sued over coverage limits, grocers and internet retailers sued over rising prices,
where they could
hospitals sued over
become
protective gear,
infected.
universities
We
sued
all-
over closures, amusement parks sued over unusable season passes, ski resorts have been sued over refunds, strip clubs have sued for federal benefits, a church has been sued for holding services, cruise lines sued for sailing with the virus, banks have been sued for helping existing customers first, gyms sued for collecting membership fees, Walmart has been sued for allegedly allowing a sick worker to infect others, Target sued over the efficacy of its hand sanitizer, Hooters has been sued over allegedly stinting on severance, I have no idea who she is, ride-hailing firms sued over sick leave, and multiple employers have been sued for allegedly firing workers who complain about safety measures. So here's a suggestion. When the lockdown lifts, everyone goes back to work except the lawyers. So we don't
People on the to actually pay for lawsuits like this, not to keep people on the payroll, which was the original intent.
integrity, that
And if you're older, don't go outside. Don't go back to work. And if you're employed.
Fake news media. The 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 fake news media.
That's all I'm trying to say. Some of these folks were around when Columbus set sail. They must have been founding members of the Flat Earth Society. They would not.
World, and that was really revealing to me.
Can you see, when you're in outer space, can you see
flat Earth
Thousands of feet, tens of thousands of feet, are you?
America section.
It's 92 minutes. That could give us just 92 minutes of what it looks like and what you could see from your eye.
We have 92 minutes, as it says on the book, around and around Amazon also.
Would it be possible to, I mean, do we have a camera? It's 92 minutes. That could give us just 92 minutes of what it looks like.
Flat Earth. To take pictures of it. It's just flat and gorgeous to see.
Flat Earth. 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 Flat
No
Earth.
shadow.
Flat Earth.
No shadow at all.
Flat Earth. Flat Earth. Flat Earth. Flat Earth. Flat Earth. Flat Earth.
Photoshopped, but it's has to be. It is 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 photoshopped, but it's has to be.
Firmament, you heard of it, permanent underneath his throne. Has anybody told you what the Bible says the earth is like? The Bible says the earth is flat and motionless. You heard it right. The word of God says the sun and moon are underneath the dome. The earth is his footstool, the God above that calls us home. Has anybody told you that the devil is a lie before? All that really means is that he lies and then he lies some more. Have you heard the great deceiver is alive and that he runs the world, telling us we're monkeys on a ball among a bunch of worlds? Any lie that disagrees with God is Satan's greatest weapon. Anybody shown you what the word says about the heaven? The firmament, you heard of it, you should read every word of it. It's nothing like the lies in the works of Copernicus.
See? Oh, okay. Cool.
Did you notice any curvature while we were up there?
Curvature? No.
No? There's no curvature?
It's just all flat.
Same skies you every night.
We're going to go by that exit, and that exit, and that exit. I wouldn't say, now here's what we need to do. I've been doing the Obama Home.
Of the Flat Earth Society.
And there was much rejoicing.
Is that the Earth is a closed system. We cannot leave the Earth.
We destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back again.
Flat Earth. Flat Earth. Flat Earth. Flat Earth. Flat Earth. Flat Earth. Flat Earth.
that's alright. Yeah, the earth is flat, and that's alright. The earth is flat, and that's alright. The globe is rolled from all the facts. I know for a fact that the earth is flat. Water cannot hold on the outside of a bowl.
So I could just imagine whatever I want to be under the mask, and then we can make love and make out. And if it's a girl, but I like girls with mustaches, I can hope she's got a stash underneath there.
The dramatic achievements in space which occurred in recent weeks should have made clear to us all, as did the Sputnik in 1957, the impact of this adventure on the minds of men everywhere.
We as a society have become grossly fragmented through social media, electronic appliances, the stress of what we've experienced. And this leads into this whole issue of mass formation psychosis that Matthias Desmet at the University of Ghent has promoted. What happened in Germany in the 20s and 30s? You know, very intelligent, highly educated population, and they went barking mad. And how did that happen? The answer is mass formation psychosis. When you have a society that has become decoupled from each other and has free-floating anxiety and a sense that things don't make sense, we can't understand it, and then their attention gets focused by a leader or a series of events on one small point, just like hypnosis, they literally become hypnotized and can be led anywhere. And one of the aspects of that phenomena is the people that they identify as their leaders, the ones typically that come in and say, you have this pain and I can solve it for you. I and I alone, okay, can fix this problem for you. Okay, then they will follow that person through. It doesn't matter whether they lie to him or whatever. The data are irrelevant. And furthermore, anybody who questions that narrative is to be immediately attacked. They are the other. This is central to mass formation psychosis. And this is what has happened. We had all those conditions. If you remember back before 2019, everybody was complaining, the world doesn't make sense, blah, blah, blah. And we're all isolated from each other. We're all on our little tools. We're not connected socially anymore, except through social media. And then this thing happened and everybody focused on it. That is how mass formation psychosis happens. And that is what's happened here. Now there's ways to get out of it. Matthias's recommendation is you got to get people to realize that what we've got is a situation of global totalitarianism. In his experience in Europe, making people realize there's a bigger threat than can cause a separation psychologically in this fusion, this hypnosis that has happened. The problem is, then you're just substituting a bigger boogeyman for the current one. And somebody else can come in and manipulate that. The real problem, and it gets back to your core point, we're sick as a society, and we have to heal ourselves. And one of the things we have to do is come together. We have to recreate our social bonds. We have to buy into integrity, the importance of human dignity, and the importance of community. That's how we get out of this. And I think that this insight of Matthias Desmet is really central to kind of making sense out of all of this crazy. We got a world in which the press is incentivized to push a storyline because they're all controlled by the same large funds. I don't know how we're going to get out of it, but it's got to start with us, all of us, finding common ground.
Should have made clear to us all the impact of this adventure on the minds of men everywhere who are attempting to make a determination of which road they should take.
If you've ever had
I'm
this
Don
feeling
Pettit. I'm a NASA astronaut.
The dramatic achievements in space which occurred in recent weeks should have made clear to us all, as did the Sputnik in 1957, the impact of this adventure on the minds of men everywhere.
Nano nano, 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 nano nano.
Where NASA faked the moon landing.
Nano nano, nano nano, nano.
Okay, so if you're cringing at the prospect of me doing a rap, then don't worry because I've died 1,000 deaths already inside, so I ain't embarrassed about anything. One take.
Up on the surface, the earth looks round, but it's a godless city of cold, flat ground.
You want a job, Ernie? Sure, Tony.
Flat Earth. Beckham, you say the Earth is flat and then you try to disrespect them?
That the Earth is flat.
Where is the curve? It's panic button.
Science Emergency Defense Program initiated.
About the Earth being flat?
The Earth looks flat to notice any curvature at all. Please look flat. The world is flat. The world is flat. The Earth flat. Neil deGrasse Tyson, bitch. You know, from television.
The Earth is flat.
860,000 miles across. High ground, all that money dried up. That's why the last Apollo mission was 17. We didn't even send 18, even though we built the rockets to do so. We said we're done here. On to the next problem. So don't confuse yourself. Don't delude yourself into thinking we went to the moon because a cleansing of your memory of the past. We do, but somebody's got to write the check. Right. And so what I'm saying is if this becomes the new culture, then the secondary effect is that everyone is... Okay, let me be blunt, okay? Earth is flat, Earth is flat, Earth is flat. Go right ahead. And stays away from NASA. Earth is flat. Only when the last of them agrees do we then agree to bring them back.
Senior year, school's out. Right. All is that fine. What is our special interest? It's your health and your wealth and your security. And it's the special interest that applies to us all. Terraform Earth back into Earth. Why not? So I think in practice, we should do it because it's a cool thing to do. And
it's physics, Terry. It's physics. Yeah, and why would you even have to say, give it to me straight, unless there was a day when they didn't give it to you straight? For water on Europa. There's the dream. And when I stand in front of 8th graders and want to get them excited, that'll give me something to tell them. Please look flat. Iron, low oxygen, low atmospheric pressure. As an example, I'm making this up, but that's as an example. There's an asteroid. The size of the Rose Bowl. Headed towards Earth. It's called Apophis, named for the Egyptian god of death and darkness. Something called the keyhole. It'll have a close approach to Earth in the year 2029. It's a hole in the water. What does it do? Falls back in the hole. Go right on down the list. Hydrogen, oxygen, carbon, nitrogen. Right on down to iron. By the action of thermonuclear fusion. The universe was opaque. Neutrinos were released. We whipped out a neutrino telescope that had very high sensitivity. You could see farther back in time to the first few moments. Our models of the universe, when you think for centuries, people have tried to wonder how we got here and what the origin of the universe was. And it was only in the last several dozen years that we've had scientific data to answer those questions. No longer, it is bone dry. I think Earth is flat. I think Earth is flat. I think Earth is flat. And to perhaps get to know our planet for the very first time. Thank you. Earth is flat. I come about. Well, the problems would arise if that person runs for office, rises to power, and then decides to become head of a space agency. That doesn't work, all right? No. Over people who are not. That's an inversion of a knowledge pyramid that will flat Earth, of a 30 cubits across. That flat Earth, of a 30 cubits around, 10 cubits across. Well, if you divide those two numbers, you get 3.0. Flat Earth. When people do not know when they don't know something. Do you know when you don't know something? Is what was left over after everyone paired up at the dance party, all right? You pair off everybody, everyone pairs off, and what you'll see of space.
Okay.
And it's that curvature that tells other matter how to move. Thought for which there's no vocabulary to account. And when you do, that's how you invent new words. And Shakespeare put tons of words into the English language.
I should have known this right from the start. A message in a bottle.
Are you saying the map is wrong?
Oh dear, yes. Look at...
Not much further to go.
500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was flat.
Is the world flat?
I mean, I could have said the world was flat.
Straight up.
One thing I really want your generation to embrace is that the Earth is a closed system. We cannot leave the Earth.
The world is round. They'll take him for a lunatic.
Yes, a mutiny. The captain thinks the world is around, see? But we all know it's a flat, right?
Of course it's flat. We were always told that the world is flat.
You were told right. Don't listen to her.
The world is flat, right? The world, because the world is flat. You know, yesterday they discovered...
Oh, the world isn't flat after all. Then they took everything about me and put it into a computer where they created this model of my mind. Yes! Using that model, they managed to...
Years ago, everybody knew the Earth was flat.
Flat, round. Columbo, the world, she's flat.
Is that the Earth is a closed system. We cannot leave the Earth.
The Earth is flat and NASA never went to the moon.
And the ball shatters the sky, bringing the ocean itself down into the stadium. Oh, Simpson just broke this dream's reality wide open.
This looks fun. Are you going to the moon?
It's just boring space stuff for babies, Daddy. It's not real.
The Earth was flat, and that the sun revolved around it. There's the moon. A little bit of sunrise.
Perfect time.